Hello, welcome to Research Methods presentation. The research topic for this presentation is how would audit disclosure help to improve the accuracy of financial statement information. Introduction to this research. The purpose of this research is to show the relationship between audit disclosure and financial statement information. We could say they have a directly proportional relationship. This research helped to describe how audit disclosure are means of completing financial statement information. The reason for this research: financial statement based on audit disclosure help to decrease the sentiment of mistrust and speculations to stakeholders, especially investors. Investors use this information in order to take strategic decisions in their investment, and financial statement supported by audit disclosure increases investors' confidence as they feel fully prepared to make investment decisions, because this audit disclosure helps to improve the transparency of the information they have in hand. An inadequate disclosure could contribute to lack of transparency, lack of trust, and lack of investment from investors. So we could see that one problem could lead to another. Thus, we could say this research helped to provide financial statement transparency, where information that impact financial statement well-being of investors should be complete, timely, and based on accurate audit disclosure. The literature review. Before going further into our research, we have to understand the key words of this research, which are audit disclosures, financial statement information, and transparency. Audit disclosures are additional information of transaction attached to an entity financial statement, usually as explanation for activities which have significant influence the entity financial results. Whereas financial statement information, these are written transactions that has a transparent reflection of the financial state of the company at a given period of time. Transparency, on the other hand, is the extent to which investors access rapid financial information about a company, such as the price levels, the market depth of the company, and audited financial reports. Literature review continuation. Previous study examining the link between disclosure quality and financial reporting quality, audit quality, and investor perception of quality of financial reporting were made. The analysis has revealed that the Sarbanes-Oxley Act of 2002 had significantly increased management awareness of the importance of disclosure. This is an important factor to keep in mind, because one of the key factors of our studies are audit disclosures, and it is important that management should be aware that in any financial statement they use, there must be disclosure to support this financial statement. Furthermore, the majority of studies reviewed had identified the presence of a positive correlation between this aforementioned variable. The review presents a discussion of the limitation of the studies and provide useful recommendations for future research on this topic. Our research problem. Our research problem here is how to determine significant audit disclosure. Even though it's important to provide significant audit disclosure, we are concerned that in some financial statements, excessive disclosure are being provided, sometimes in material matters that do not need to be disclosed. Or sometimes for significant accounts, we have less disclosures than we should have. So we should be able to distinguish between irrelevant and significant audit disclosure in order to improve the accuracy of this financial statement. Furthermore, we should see the methodology. The methodology we shall use for this research will be the methodology will be that we'll be using for this research will be qualitative, which involve the collecting and analyzing of non-numerical data to understand the concepts and opinions of experts on this topic. We shall collect information through secondary research. Secondary research means of collecting data is in the form of text, which in our case we shall use questionnaire and past case studies, audio or videos, and previous recording on this topic. We shall also collect data through personal observation with our previous job in auditing, to be more precise. A significant audit disclosure determination questionnaire. We shall use this questionnaire in order to determine significant audit disclosures. The first question of our questionnaire is the type of disclosure. Are this disclosure quantitative or qualitative? We should be able to distinguish between qualitative disclosures and quantitative disclosures. We shall also identify if the inherent and significant risk related to this disclosure reflect the expectation and influence of users of this financial statement, which in our case are the investors. We should know inherent risk is the risk posed by an error or omission in the financial statement due to a factor other than a failure of internal control. Next, the next question we shall use in our questionnaire will be what is the altering nature, timing, and extent of substantive procedures for these disclosures. These questions will help us to identify if the disclosure used in significant account as relevant or irrelevant. Time schedule. We shall start our report writing on the 22nd of March 2020. We shall spend more time in the literature review because we have to establish research objective, review our research questions, and establish our research hypothesis. The research method we are going to use has already been established, which will be a qualitative research method. We shall not spend a lot of time on the research method. Furthermore, we shall discuss about our research finding with some professional before writing it down. And we won't take a lot of time in the writing, but more time in the discussion. And the conclusion will take less time because the conclusion will be based on our research finding and discussion. The end date for this writing will be on the 22nd of April. Furthermore, the references used to write the PowerPoint for this presentation are shown will be shown on the PowerPoint uploaded with this video presentation. It is based on some journals and some professional board information such as the ACCA, P7 Advanced Audit Assurance, and IFAC organization document on disclosure exposure. Thank you for listening to my presentation.